again, like I was saying before, I did not expect, because there's a lot of games out there that try to mimic tactics, and you know what I mean, but I did not expect to actually enjoy this one. And the thing is, I have to know what team is making this, because this can't be a Square Enix thing.
He leaves us no recourse. Swords.
And again, this I don't know how to say this. It's like 3D
Are these the
pixel,
wages
like
of loyalty?
it's 2D in a way, you know.
You and
Still the
no
same
other
style of
must
pixelation,
decide
but
how
it's
we
like a
proceed.
top-down 2D in a way. Like they did
You are a
so
leader
good with
and must
this.
be the beacon others look to when the night is darkest. Together with these fields, today you burn.
Dude, the water
I
in the
promise to do
background,
all
you
in
know,
my
it's
power
great.
to see us through this safely, every last one of us.
I'm wondering what they're actually gonna
Far
call it.
away lies the continent of Norzilia, comprised of 3 nations
Glenbrook,
and limited
Aesfrost,
deposits of salt and iron.
Heinzit.
The constant feuds among the nations over these precious resources eventually ignited into a great conflict known as the Salt Iron War. Though the hostilities ceased with an uneasy truce, decades later the flames of war threatened to engulf the realm once again.
You are all that remains.
Caught in a tangled, fiery web of plots and conspiracies, a brave group from Glenbrook fights to save their kingdom from the powers
Yeah,
that would
it's got that
orchestrate
tactics.
their downfall.
Our benefit, you say?
Style of storytelling, but with
In
actual
this
voice
tactical
actors, which is
RPG,
so sick.
battles take place
Which
on
is so
terrain with
sick.
different elevations. A character's attack range is determined by their location and their equipped weapon. The range can be extended by attacking from higher ground with long-range weapons such as bows and arrows.
Yes,
Thus, your forces
exactly
can
like in
use the
Tech. This is
terrain
so
and
sick.
other elements to gain the upper hand. An enemy outflanked is susceptible not only to your initial attack, but also a powerful blow from the ally positioned behind the enemy.
What have we here?
Awesome.
Charge into an enemy to send them flying into position for a follow-up attack.
We win.
Link attacks together by first casting ice magic on the flames to create water terrain.
That is sick!
Electrify the area with lightning magic.
That is sick!
It is of the utmost importance to survey the battlefield.
Here's the
before
thing about
taking
me.
action.
When my voice gets higher, that's when I know for a fact that I am 100% invested in
Throughout
something.
the story, you will be
My voice
faced
gets
with
like,
making
"Surface
important
Planet!" Like, that's
decisions
when I know
in a
I'm into something, you
variety
know?
of situations.
Oh, and actual
Utility,
choices.
morality, liberty. Collectively, your decisions will establish your conviction, affecting how the story unfolds and who will join your cause.
Once more, I would ask you plainly. Do we or don't we relinquish Prince Roland to Estrost?
Critical decisions that may determine the fates of nations are settled by vote on the scales of conviction. Use information you've gathered to sway allies.
I'm actually
toward
curious
your
on how
favored
that's gonna
cause.
work.
The story will significantly change based on how the votes are cast.
So they refused to relinquish him to us.
Lies! His hand was forced.
As more and more critical decisions are made, your journey may take you down paths divergent from those of other players.
You will see what true might is.
Project Triangle Strategy,
Working
a brand
strategy.
new
I
tactical
mean, working
RPG
title.
from Square Enix.
My
will
only
launch
thing
in
is-
2022. Please be on the lookout for more information.
2022? Oh
in
yeah,
the
next year.
future.
Yeah, it's gonna be coming next
After
year.
this presentation, a demo version
Ah,
of this
and I
game
would love to
will
play
be
a good
available
demo,
to
right?
download
My only
on
thing
Nintendo
is,
eShop.
I really
And
hope
in the future,
that-
we'll conduct a survey to gather player feedback.
Here's the
We
thing
look
about me.
forward to hearing your
I don't want to get a
responses on the
Nintendo
demo.
Switch. Wow, really? I gotta fix this arm. I don't want to get a Nintendo Switch, and the thing that I'm gonna have to struggle with the most is dealing with things like, you know, Joy-Con drift and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, I know stuff like that is gonna happen with my Switch, etc. But I swear, I don't want to get The Nintendo Switch for me is just so dicey when it comes to like it's like a fucking future investment, dude. Cause like that's like $250 to $300 that I'm probably not gonna see again unless I'm actively using the Switch. But if I'm actively using the Switch, the more I actively use it, the more its lifetime fucking guarantee basically goes away. Cause I swear I'm not saying controller drift just shouldn't happen, but like if it is notorious inside of the Nintendo Switch, I don't want to get that and then eventually have to deal with that and then have to send it in or something like that. It is with my hope that this year Nintendo announces a new like a fucking Nintendo Switch Pro or something like that. Probably one that let's say one that doesn't dock, either docks or it doesn't dock, kind of like the Switch Lite where you can't necessarily dock it anymore. It's probably going to be one where you have to like like an actual console. You have to carry this thing around and actually plug it into the TV compared to like just putting it into the Switch dock itself. And it would be capable of running like I don't know 60 FPS with higher frame resolution and 1080p and well 4K or some shit. I don't know. Regardless of which, for Project Triangle, my only hope is that if I do get a Switch to try it out, that I have a good Switch. It's my only concern is that my Switch will actually not give out on me as I'm enjoying my gameplay for this. My only concern. Anyway,